Just like that, my fellow movie peeps, my fellow Chuckaholics, we have made it to the final commentary in this Child's Play franchise commentary video series, Cult of Chucky. Here we go. I absolutely love this opening scene, by the way. Oh, so wait a minute, what? Did I pull up the censored version of Colt? I guess so. Yeah, as I was saying, absolutely love this opening scene pretty much where Andy can't even go out on a date pretty much without, his past coming back to haunt him. And of course Alex Vincent pretty much returned, of course, for this movie. Hell yeah. It was so much fun, li- li- like I miss the Cult of Chucky days, you know what I mean? Like back when the news was coming out and all that good stuff leading up to the release of Cult back in 2017. It was so damn cool. It's where, of course, I've met my fellow YouTube brethren, Nightmare Crypt and Damn Dude Industries, and I just want to thank them pretty much because without them, pretty much, you guys probably would not have me, if it wasn't for my good fellow YouTube brethren, because I was like, I want to do what they do, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have my own YouTube channel where I discuss, Chucky and all that good stuff. And well, here we are. Like, I literally pretty much found Nightmare Crypt and Damn Dude's channels pretty much right at the beginning of 2017, like, right at the beginning, like, back when Cult pretty much was first started filming pretty much. Absolutely love this opening scene here where and and if you guys obviously and if you guys obviously didn't know, yes, absolutely love this scene where Andy pretty much goes back home to his cabin and he finds Chucky's head in the safe. Cause spoiler alert, during the end credit scene of Curse of Chucky, Andy shot Chucky's head completely off of his body, and so now he's just a severed head. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it kind of doesn't make much of any sense. The fact that Chucky's severed head is still pretty much alive and stuff, and pretty much still. It kind of doesn't make much of any sense how a decapitated head of Chucky's still pretty much alive and whatnot. But I do still love the sequence pretty much. Hell yeah. Give me a hit off that, will ya? And obviously, yep, Andy lets him pretty much smoke the joint. Pretty funny scene. And then he bites him. Yep. Remember, by the way, when we all thought that Rachel was gonna be Glenda or something? Like, remember that? Those were good times, huh? Again, all the theories and stuff, we were all pretty much predicting what would happen in this movie back in 2017. I miss those days, man. I really do. Hell yeah. Yep. Yep. This is obviously the absolutely love this opening title sequence for Colt. Dun 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 bum 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 mm, mm, bum 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 bum. Mm, 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 dun, 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 mm. Bum 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 bum. Mhm. Bum 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 bum. Mhm. Mhm. Ba-dum, 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 bum. Bum. Mhm. Absolutely love it. Love this opening title sequence. And here, of course, we have Nika pretty much getting shock therapy. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Once again, of course, Fiona Doyle does another great job in this movie, especially when you get to the ending. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. Yep, yep, yeah. Shut up, Alexa. Here, of course, we have Dr. Foley. Heck yeah. Love the fact as well that the movie takes place in, mental institution. Absolute. The setting pretty much fits with the Child's Play franchise. You guys remember though before though, back when Don Mancini pretty much thought of doing this movie like set on a train? That could have been pretty cool. I mean, that could have been cool, but I'm still glad what we got pretty much. Mental institution. Even though I still kind of do want to see that Chucky on a train idea, I think that still could be cool. As long as you don't send him to space, please. You send my favorite horror movie icon into space, that will be literally the kiss of death for this franchise. Here we have Nurse Carlos. Oh yeah, yep. And yeah, obviously, I definitely pretty much love the whole idea. Obviously, that this mental institution is pretty much all nothing, but kind of a lot of bright whiteness to pretty much to it. Love that. Really does let the colors pretty much of the movie pop. Obviously, when it comes to the characters and stuff. Here, of course, we have the schizophrenic character. That is of course named Angela. Heck yeah. Yep, jump scare. And here, of course, we have multiple Malcolm, played by the same guy that played the police officer in Curse. Yeah, this pretty much is the censored version of Colt, pretty much, because obviously taking out the F bombs and stuff. So, yeah. don't know why that line's a little funny. You still have a thing for redheads? Oh, thankfully it skips the makeout scene between Nika and multiple Malcolm. Kind of sucks though that this obviously is the censored version pretty much of Cold. Yep, got to deal with ads, guys. Got to deal with ads. But thankfully, though, this is of course my last commentary pretty much. I want to so I think this will be my last time dealing with ads. Here we have, of course, Claire, played by I forgot her first name, but her last name was Kung, and of course Madeline, played by Elizabeth Rosen or Rosen. Oh, yeah, duh, Grace Lynn Kung. Grace Lynn Kung. That's the actress, of course, that plays Claire. Sorry, her name was slipping my brain for a sec. Which, yeah, yep, yep, mhm, yeah. Now we, of course, have by far the worst good guy doll voice in the franchise. With this, yeah, it's literally the worst. Like, they couldn't just bring back um, the guy that did the good guy doll voice pretty much in the first three movies. They couldn't have just brought that guy back. No, I get it. Obviously, he would be older, but like, you couldn't have found it better. Now, thankfully, this was fixed in the TV series with the good guy voice. But still, uh-huh. Yeah, obviously, pretty much Madeline thinks that this Chucky doll is her kid, pretty much, even though her real baby, pretty much, she pretty much killed her real baby, pretty much, as it is revealed pretty much later on in the movie. Man, clear as a bitch. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much been a pattern, pretty much throughout this whole franchise. Pretty much, you always have that one, bitch character that you're like, man, man, I can't wait to see you get your comeuppance. Thankfully, they always do. Pretty much, you have a lot of horror movies that have that, bitchy angst character that you're like, oh man, I can't wait for you to get your comeuppance. And thankfully, of course, they do. Nobody calls me that. And of course, here we got, of course, Tiffany right here, of course. Heck yeah. I absolutely love that joke that they. I gotta say as well, even with Tiffany's scenes here in Colt, just like her one scene that she had at the end of Curse, not really, full on whiny, angsty Tiffany, pretty much like she is in Seed and throughout pretty much the mostly in almost the entirety of the TV show. I absolutely do not like this trend that Don Mancini has been doing of let's make the previous movie pretty point. Let's make the previous installment pretty pointless. He did that here with Colt, and then he pretty much did it again once we got to the TV show. And and worst of all, he pretty much, obviously shows don't obviously like we're like show don't tell. What because obviously at the end of Curse, pretty much Chucky transferred his soul into the body of Alice. Then in this movie, it's explained away as to pretty much, oh yeah, I transferred my soul into Alice's body. Then that way, that, until I pretty much one of my victims pretty much came in and killed, and now she's dead. Like no, like don't do, like show us, Dawn, show us. Don't just tell us, show us. And of course, he did it again in the TV series. Thankfully, I will also pretty much say that his design in Colt is definitely way better than It's the silent curse in my opinion because he doesn't have the chubby looking like where his cheeks are all like chubby looking and obviously there's not really much of and obviously that one scene that we had in Curse where he was walking down the stairs and you could tell it was a CGI doll instead of an actual animatronic. Thankfully they used more animatronics for when they were filming Colt pretty much, so that's of course great. And obviously they all pretty much look way better than how obviously he looked in Curse. So that's of course great that they listen to us when it comes to that front. Absolutely love this POV shot right here, pretty much. Heck yeah. And obviously, yep, grabs the knife. Bomb, 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 bomb. Absolutely love this scene. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I can see you. What? It's like Chucky's like just it confused us, the audience. Like, because obviously she's a schizophrenia. I am a vintage, mass marketed children's toy from the 80s, standing right in front of you, holding a very sharp scalpel. Yes, I am. Okay, lady, you know what? You're next. I'm gonna be right back. Jeez, cuckoo's nest. Get it? Because obviously Brad Dorff was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So obviously pretty cool that they dropped that pretty much. Because obviously, Brad Dorff, the voice of Chucky. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Music score in this movie is also really damn good. Now, here's kind of what I don't quite get. Why would he, because obviously he pretty much stitches her up, but however, I don't know exactly, like it's still kind of hard. Like to this day, it's still hard as to know. I mean, why he would stitch her up. I mean, he went into the room with the knife to kill Nika, but like, why would he stitch her up the next day? Like, kind of doesn't make much sense. Like I don't get it still to this day. Although I guess you could say, well, he wanted her alive so that he could possess her. When pretty much when he does possess her at the end of the movie, spoiler alert for those of you that haven't seen Cult of Chucky yet. First of all, again, he wasn't the first person that he revealed his true self to. Again, pretty much going by the rules of the franchise, pretty much. So, like, it still doesn't make much of any sense. Like, still to this day, many years later, almost 10 years later. And yep, code blue. Code blue, boys. Code blue. Yep. So yeah, Chucky pretty much took Nika's wheelchair, pretty much spike, pretty much thing, or spoke or spike or whatever that thing is like that you have on a wheelchair. Pretty much took that off and pretty much killed the schizophrenic character of Angela with it. So heck yeah. Kind of sucks that the kill is off screen, but hey, that's okay. You're able to forgive it. And I love the fact as well that, like in her blood, she pretty much wrote, Chucky did it. Or did he write that? Maybe he did. I don't know. I seriously kind of wish Andy had more to do. I mean, when you see, I mean, but I mean, when you're like Andy didn't really get, much to do pretty much. And plus, obviously, when I first saw the end credit scene of Curse, I was like, oh, right, hell yeah, Andy's gonna get a bigger role again in the franchise. And then when you watch Cult of Chucky in 2017, you're like, okay, well, why didn't he should have had a bigger role than we thought? Like he should have had a much bigger role in Cult. And he didn't get much to do. Okay, you gotta wait. Here we go. Although it is really great that they were able to bring, Alex Vincent back. And I know a lot of people give the guy crap for his acting nowadays as an adult, but hey, he's mature, definitely. Oh yeah, I forgot in the censored version, instead of him saying "keep your effing mouth shut," he says "keep your flipping mouth shut." I forgot. maybe this really is just all in your head. Heck yeah. It's crazy though that I'm literally watching the censored version. But hey, at least I'm still, watching Colds pretty much. And, heck yeah. Even though it's the censored version, it's not the version that obviously we all got on Blu-ray and DVD back when this movie released back in 2017, October of 2017. Yep, not the original, obviously. Ugly doll. Yep, yep. Another big plot hole, by the way, pretty much right here during the sequence when he pretty much burns the one Chucky doll's hand, pretty much like he doesn't feel it or anything. Like, I'm sorry, like, I mean, like, if it was my hand that somebody was trying to, like, I would at least do this, you know what I mean? Not hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least do, but no, like, he doesn't feel it. Like, again, plot hole. No, I mean, yeah, you can pretty much excuse it away of some people saying, well, this one wasn't in the doll for, well, this Chucky wasn't in the doll, this doll for that long, and that's why he's unable to feel it. Okay, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, again, it's just weird. I mean, like I don't get it. Also, remember all those theories we had about how he would have gotten his hand burned? Like I still remember to this day of damn dude saying, "Oh wait, maybe it's the leprechaun, or maybe it's a it's a demonic hand." Like remember when we all had those theories of how he would have gotten of how Chucky's hand would look like that? When no, it turns out, of course, it was just him getting his hand burnt by a lighter, which again doesn't make much of any sense. You know what I mean? Because again, like but again, that's not the only scene where, obviously he's not feeling any pain. Yep. Now, of course, we're about to get to clear scale here in about a few minutes. Heck yeah. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Heck yeah. Yep. Yep. This scene kind of also doesn't make much of any sense when obviously Madeline pretty much pushes Malcolm into the grave, and then obviously to get Chucky like out of the grave, and then obviously he gives Nika that really sinister looking smile, like that. Obviously, that part obviously doesn't make much of any sense because obviously, well, we know that obviously that was pretty much Malcolm, pretty much fooling Nika into thinking that he was, Charles actually, when it's really revealed that he wasn't possessed by Chucky. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna tease something like that, like, why not go all in? You know what I mean? Like, like if you were gonna tease the fact that Chucky was gonna, like possess that that that, that, that Malcolm would be like that would to obviously fool us, the audience, into thinking that Malcolm would be possessed by Chucky. Like, why not go all in with that? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, dumb ads, man, stupid ads, stupid ads. I just gonna wait. Bum, bum. Mm, mm, mm. Gotta wait for these ads to be over with, you guys. So yeah, like Madeline pretty much throws Chucky pretty much into the grave, and then obviously like Malcolm comes over and Madeline pushes Malcolm into the grave. Cool idea though to make the scene, obviously like split screen. Cool idea. Like, see what I mean? Like, gives me this really weird, like, sinister look, obviously to fake us out, the audience, that he's like possessed multiple Malcolm now. Like, again, that makes doesn't make much of any sense. And if you're gonna tease that, like, fully go all in. Now, of course, we get to Claire's iconic death scene. Heck yeah, here we go, boys. Yep. Yep, the compressed oxygen kill. Here we go. Still really love this kill. Hell yeah. Even though it literally just rips off the kill from Bride, where, obviously, where the glass comes down and like, cuts her head off. Like, we literally seen this kill before in, obviously Bride, but I kind of get why Don Mancini would want to, redo this kill again, obviously, for this movie. Still a damn good effect, though. Special effect. You thought I was the only one? Then, of course, here's where we get, buzz cut Chucky. Pretty much, or short hair Chucky. Hell yeah. Mm. Remember back when we Remember when we all thought that somebody's soul was already inside the short hair doll? But we were of course wrong, obviously, and Chucky pretty much uses, obviously, multiple Chuckies, which is pretty cool when you first see it. However, now it's kind of like just become a plot device pretty much. Plus, like it's a much more easier way for people to pretty much kill him. Pretty much when I kind of do miss when it was just one Chucky doll that was like harder to kill. Like not like that there's multiple. Pretty much, again it kind of takes away the stakes a little bit of the franchise. Now, of course, we get to this whole hypnosis sequence, which okay, more ads, more ads. Here we go. Hang on, guys, hang on. Crazy. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oops. Wait, wait. Oh, crap. I better not have. Yeah, knock your ass out. And they call me sick. This guy is diabolical. I'm actually a little envious. You want to, don't you? Him to join the club. This part also was a little, random when I first saw it back in 2017. I mean, yeah, obviously here in the scene, pretty much Alice has a cameo, but like, you guys remember back when when that one interview came out, back when Don Mancini said he would have, answered everything that was gonna happen, that that happened at the end of Kurtz in this movie, when that's not really what we got. He flat out, he flat out pretty much lied to us there, and then he flat out pretty much lied to us about the TV show to where it said, "Oh yeah, all these secrets are gonna be revealed about the town and stuff," when really they're like that's literally what the plot synopsis said for the TV show, and we didn't get that. We didn't get that. Yeah, this part was a little weird with that nightmare with that giant sized Chucky. Like that was a little, like back when I first saw it back in 2017, I was like, what the fuck? Also, this part was a little weird as well. Like when it literally showed flashes of Chucky's death in Child's Play 3. It's a little weird. And yeah, like that whole dream within a dream thing, like didn't make much sense when I first saw it. And obviously it still kinda doesn't make sense now. Literally doesn't make much of any sense. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Oops. Gotta be careful. Ah, here we go. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Yeah, kind of sucks though that to this day we still haven't gotten our, Andy and Tiffany full on meetup, like not just a scene where they're talking to each other on the phone, like an actual face to face with each other. When will we get that, man? When will we get that? Also, will we ever get that? Probably not. Like again, like Andy really doesn't get much to do. I mean, he shows up at the hospital, he sent the short hair Chucky, he kills the short hair Chucky, and then he gets locked up at the end in the mental institution by the like see what I mean, guys? He doesn't get much to do. And then obviously in season one of the TV show it was revealed that Kyle pretty much broke Andy out of the mental institution pretty much off screen, which still to this day pisses me off because I wanted to actually see Kyle break Andy out of the mental institution. But no, we didn't get that in the TV show, and it's still to this day just makes me mad. You know what I mean? Just makes me mad. Stupid ads, man. Stupid ads, man. Here we go. And I'm not even gonna comment on this, but it's just so damn weird. It's so weird seeing my favorite horror movie icon get, you know, breastfed. It's so weird. Now, of course, here's the part where he gets suffocated and doesn't feel a thing, pretty much. Either he does feel himself get suffocated or he doesn't. But you just don't know, man. Which I get it, obviously, because this Madeline pretty much, killed her actual kid, pretty much, as it's literally going to be revealed here in a few minutes, few seconds. Elizabeth Rosen, by the way, gives a damn good performance in the scene. Obviously, the actress that plays Madeline. I still really do enjoy this movie. Again, despite some of my, issues with it, I still really do enjoy it. Let's say maybe that's because the fact I was actually I was actually following this movie obviously from the hype, pretty much thanks to obviously following my good YouTube brethren on YouTube, Nightmare Crypt and Damn Dude Industries about this movie, and obviously leading up to the night. Like there was just so much hype surrounding this movie, like back in 2017, even though it was, direct to DVD, direct to Blu-ray, was still a lot of fun. So maybe that's why I still have enjoy this movie to this day. Oh yeah, because obviously I was there following the news, like like pretty much, like I was there obviously following the cult news pretty much alongside my good YouTube brother in Nightmare Crypt and Damn Dude Industries. Oh yeah. This part also kind of made no sense where Andy pretty much knocks out the security guard and then immediately gets locked up. Like, how in the world does that work? You think by knocking like a security guard out, like they would probably call the police on you or something. Like like he would have called the cops on Andy or something. Like how in the world does this make any sense? Like, see what I mean? He just punches the security guard and then immediately gets locked up in the mental institution. Like, how does that make sense? However, of course, we don't really get an explanation. Mhm, 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 mhm. Back from the dead. Yeah. Thank you. you going? I'll put your toothpaste in the toothbrush. Now, of course, we get to Madeline's death. Pretender. Oh, no. What are you doing there? Oh, you scared me. Show you. Finish up. Okay. Okay. Okay, come on. Here we go. Boom, boom. Now, of course, we get to Madeline's death. Again, another damn good kill scene in this franchise. I'll do my best. Mm-hmm. Bro, he literally freaking shoves his whole damn arm down this girl's throat, and it's brutal, and I love it. Yeah. Mhm. Here we go. Yeah. Damn. Still love this kill scene, man. And he pulls out and he rips out her throat, boys. He rips out her throat again. Damn brutal kill. However, there's of course another massive plot hole that is coming up, of course. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So yeah, he rips his whole arm off, shoves it down Madeline's throat, and obviously there's no blood coming out of his arm socket where he like again, doesn't make any lick of sense whatsoever. It doesn't make any lick of sense whatsoever why there's just a little like stump on that Chucky doll's pretty much. arm with no blood coming out of it. Again, the longer he stays in the doll, the more human he becomes. Therefore, he should feel pain and you know and have blood come out of him. Therefore, again, this doll, again, both the burnt hand doll and the one armed Chucky doll don't have blood, and they're not bleeding. Like, why? It makes no sense. Again, even though again, I still love this movie, but still though, gotta point out the plot holes when I see them. And obviously, the burnt hand Chucky pretty much put Nika in the straitjacket. And of course, there's the short hair one that's sitting on Dr. Foley's desk. Yeah, Dr. Foley, obviously, then, obviously, another keeper within this franchise, for sure. Yep. Now, of course, here's where we get the, multiple Chucky sequence, which as a sequence, I still really do enjoy. However, again, it's really cool when you see the whole multiple Chucky scene at first, and then, oh wait, here we go. Can't with this guy. I don't know whether to kill him or just take notes. But again, like as you go on in the franchise, pretty much obviously, like again, the whole multiple Chucky idea again gets really stale, and plus, like it's like again, it's way more easier to kill him when nowadays, like I just miss where it was just one Chucky doll, and you you pretty much like it's way more harder to kill just one Chucky doll. Again, with multiple of them, it's way more easier to kill him. Really great nod to Hannibal. Right back, guys. Hearing the Conrad Vega and the short hair version of Chucky wakes up. saying I'm on fire. And me. Oh yeah, here's the explanation, by the way. Who trusts cute little girls almost as much as cute little dolls. Again, I wish we would see this instead of just him telling us this. I wish we would have actually seen this. And now all three of them gang up on Nurse Carlos and kill him. Here we go. Another damn brutal kill in this movie. Again, even though I still have my gripes with this movie, again, I still really do enjoy it. Damn! Yeah! It's crazy though that it's still the only kill we get with multiple Chuckies in the franchise. It's crazy. Oh wait, my favorite dialogue exchange sequence still. You, I'm so alive. Now you've been alive for like 3 minutes. The cold, pal. Thanks. You guys are the best. Right, now I'm gonna go kill Andy. No, I want to kill Andy. I've earned it. I've been through a lot today. You got sucked booby today. Hello, look at my hair. Oh shit, you win. Absolutely sorry, pal. You go F 'em up real good. Have fun. And obviously, yeah, the burnt hand Chucky pretty much possesses Nika. And obviously, yeah, here we go again. Tiffany kills another police officer with their nail file. Which, I mean, still cool, but at this point we were all pretty much like, come on, Tiff, can you get more creative than just this? Like, that's not like the third time in a row you've done this. Although I do like that one liner, though. Cherry snow cone, yummy. You would be poops up by now. We're gonna kill you, Nika. Believe me, there's worse things than death. Here we go. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really cool idea to have him possess Nika, and plus, obviously, that gives more room for Fiona Dorff to stretch her legs, both literally, pretty much as she's able to, obviously walk around without the wheelchair. Nika is pretty much, even though, like, how does that make sense? Because, like, she's like, I mean, like, once you get possessed by like Chucky or something, like, does that mean that her legs can? It's now. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It was obviously explained in the TV series that obviously once she regains consciousness of her own body, that obviously she's still the same Nika and that she would still need her wheelchair. So again, I'm glad that they did explain it in the TV series. But again, though, like, I mean, it's cool that he possesses Nika, but I'm still like, dude, Andy is right there. Why didn't he just go for Andy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was literally just right there. Like, why couldn't you just like hell? Why couldn't all three of the Chuckies like go after Andy? Like, that would have been a way more hell yeah finale than what we ended up getting. Where it was literally just the short hair one goes to kill Andy and he gets killed. The short hair Chucky gets killed. Like, wouldn't it have been much cooler if all three of them went for Andy? Just saying. Absolutely love the scene where Dr. Foley gets his face stomped in. Hell yeah. Take that. Bum bum bum. Bum bow now 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 now. Now, 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 na, 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 na. Yeah, yeah, Nurse Ashley pretty much gets killed off screen, obviously, with the one arm Chucky's drill. Oh, here we go again, guys, with more ads. Absolutely love. I absolutely love multiple Malcolm's kill, where he gets the drill through the head. Absolutely love it. Where he gets the drill through the head by one arm Chucky. It's brutal, man. Damn, right through the eyeball. Yeah. Fun fact, by the way, that is Fiona Dorff's actual laugh. It wasn't her doing, an impression. That's her actual laugh. Now, of course, we get one arm, no, short hair Chucky versus Andy. It's crazy how this fight, though, literally only lasts like a few seconds. Like, blink and you'll miss it and it's over. Like, literally only a few seconds long. Not even a minute long. But again, that just But again, the whole multiple Chucky's thing, again, it's way more easier to kill him. I mean, still an awesome kill, though. I mean, yeah, Andy digs into his stomach, pulls out the gun, and obviously, yeah, shoots him multiple times. But then, of course, there's that other big plot hole. How is it that the one armed Chucky and the burn hand Chucky don't have the blood and stuff? Meanwhile, the short hair Chucky, who has just been brought to life and is now pretty much just died, have all the blood and guts inside of him. Again, it doesn't make any sense within the rules of this franchise. Like, see what I mean? Like, again, and it's so. And again, Andy obviously, being out of bullets. Again, another stupid. Like, again, I mean, can you imagine how much more bigger and cooler it would have been if all three Chuckies would have would have ganged up on Andy just like they did on. I mean, we could have been in store for a much bigger finale than we got. Just saying. And then, of course, Andy gets locked up in the mental institution. But again, in season one of the TV series, Kyle literally just explains it away of, oh yeah, we took care of all these other, Chuckies and stuff, and we got you out of the, mental institute. Again, it happened off screen, and I'm still pissed about that. Like, I wanted to actually see Kyle go into the mental institution and break Andy out. Especially again with Colt obviously leaving us on that big of a cliffhanger. You wouldn't. But no, Don Mancini just decided to take the easy way out when it came to the TV series and explain it away of, oh yeah, I broke you. Oh yeah, Kyle broke Andy out of the mental institution off screen. No! In retrospect, yeah, some elements of Colt still work. Some elements, like the big cliffhanger that we leave on, again, doesn't work when, especially what it leads to in the TV show. Also, did we really need the scene of Fiona Dorff kissing Jennifer Tilly at the end of the movie? Like, did we really need that scene? And then obviously, the end credit scene is pretty much Kyle coming to Andy's cabin to pretty much torture Chucky's severed head, pretty much. But again, it sucks that, OG Chucky, who is just the head at Andy's house, pretty much got killed, again, off screen. Again, some elements of this movie still work. Again, some elements, especially now that we have the TV show, obviously, which has now been canceled pretty much after 3 seasons. It just, you know what I mean? Again, some elements of this movie still work, some don't. But yeah, though, what did you guys think about my Cult of Chucky commentary? Thank you guys so much for watching each and every single one of these. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe as always for more videos. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you guys get notified whenever I upload brand new videos and do brand new live streams. With that, I will be seeing you guys later. Peace out.